Hi, you're listening to Groovy Movies with Hiatt and Wyatt. I'm Wyatt,
I'm Hiatt.
and this week we watched Mac and Me, I guess the extended cut Coca-Cola commercial with aliens, and I guess first of all I think we should apologize for there being no episode last week. There was some technical difficulty.
Yeah.
And we couldn't really. Our whole movie club was kind of off kilter that week. We had some problems with our viewing.
A lot of problems.
Stuff, but yeah, now we're back, and so we have we have two movies.
We're Mac.
We're Mac is back with us, and this movie we didn't see that '70s show or that '80s show. When we saw
part of the issue was the internet was out, so we
had to watch a movie that we just had on DVD.
Luckily,
for some reason Hiatt just had Mac and Me on DVD.
What do you mean? This is the reason I had Mac and Me on DVD.
So in your opinion, in your Criterion collection, your own personal collection, it's like The Room, Troll 2. It looks like. Yeah. The Garbage Pail Kids movie, and Mac and Me.
And then Howard the Duck.
Oh, yeah, and 3 seasons of Community.
Yes.
What's that other DVD turned around? Wait.
Let's see. Let's find it. Oh, it's Mac and Me.
Oh, that is Mac and Me. All right. So yeah, that's his collection. Kind of an odd choice there, but yeah. I guess Hiatt seems to think
are we ever going to watch Howard? If we watch Howard the Duck, I'm going to go crazy. That movie's like...
That would be great. I feel like
have you seen that?
I've seen Howard the Duck.
Okay.
Like I feel like that's like doing a room, That's
but Howard the Duck actually has just some like fun, hilarious moments. But we're not talking about that.
Yeah, this movie was. I mean, there's not really much more to say other than the fact that it's just like a really long ad. I mean,
yeah, and it's just so obviously E.T.
Yeah, it's clearly one of the worst E.T. ripoffs. Oh, also, if you didn't notice, we don't have a guest this week.
Oh yeah,
this is just me and Hiatt.
We just no one wants to talk about this.
But that's almost it almost ends up being the same in the end. So basically, this movie starts off with like
they're on the planet.
Yeah, it starts off with
it looks like Mars. But I don't think it is.
I think it's supposed to be Mars. I think that's like the.
So is this movie saying that Mars is filled with Coca-Cola?
I guess, yeah. I guess that's the read. That's the common read.
I mean, they're on a planet, and they look, by the way, I mean, right off the bat, first of all, it's not like there's a reveal. I mean, the first thing you see is the aliens.
Yeah, they're right on screen from like minute one.
Disgusting.
They look hideous.
They are just some of the grossest things I've ever seen.
Like E.T. kind of looks like he looks like a worm with like a fat body, and like and he's kind of gross, but at the same time people are like he's kind of cute. Whereas these things are just they're just horrible.
Yeah, it's like they're like, well, E.T. was gross, so we just have to make something really gross, and everyone will think it's cute, and it just comes like they're like. Their knees are just like their joints are like visible.
Yeah, their joints are like these weird like knobby like bony plates. It's weird.
And they have like beer bellies.
Yeah, they all of them have like distended bellies from like drinking too much Coke, and they all look like these like weird like drug-addled monsters.
Oh my God.
And their mouths are literally just like these little holes that just suck straws.
Yeah, they're like beaks.
They're so gross.
And they like wobble every time they walk.
Yeah, they walk funny.
They look like they're like drunkards.
Yeah, and they do this thing. Apparently, they're like indestructible because their bodies, like whenever they're like hit by a car or like blown or like sucked into a tiny vacuum, they just kind of like turn into putty and then like reform. It's really weird.
It's just a really absurd concept, and we don't know it's Coke at this point, but they like jams. They have straws. It's the only like technology they have on their planet.
No, their whole planet is literally just them. Like desert as far as the eye can see, and like straws.
Do you think they just like are born with the straws, or do they're like the only thing they need is straws? It's the only thing they ever invented.
I imagine whatever species they are evolved to like have some weird relationship with the straw. Like it's like their only tool.
Yeah,
it's all they need to survive.
Yeah, no, it's like literally like all they need to survive is straws. So they didn't bother like inventing anything else. They're just like we need something that we can suck.
Imagine the life of like an immortal being whose like entire livelihood is just walking this desert and sucking Coke out of the ground.
That's basically what they are, though.
Yeah, essentially. It seems it's kind of dull. I don't know, but so basically the movie starts. We see these aliens walking around sucking Coke out of Mars. through the ground, and like a space probe comes down.
Yeah.
And like it's like it's like some kind of like it's like collecting rocks from Mars.
And they're like helping it out.
Yeah, they're like helping it collect rocks.
It's cute in quotes.
Yeah,
because it's not. It's
they're like
disgusting.
they're friends with the probe, and so they start loading it up with rocks, like putting them in its claw and stuff, and then eventually it brings out like a vacuum cleaner for some reason to like suck up dirt, and it ends up sucking them up because apparently they're made of like there's some kind of gaseous clouds. I don't know. So it just kind of sucks them in, and then it comes back to Earth. In some kind of NASA science lab, they come out of the thing.
Quick thing about, like, when you watch the thing suck it up, you think it's going to be like, oh, it sucks up Mac, and then they have to go to Earth to get him.
Yeah.
But it just ends up sucking all of them up.
Yeah, it sucks the whole family
There's no
up.
point in, like, because, like, Mac, like, gets separated, and then the machine sucks them up, like, Mac up, and they're like, oh, no, it sucked up Mac, but then, like, they all just get sucked up.
Yeah, it's really weird.
It's really just, like... It's like they're trying to do E.T., but then they just randomly is like, So yeah, then they're in the NASA lab, and there's the guys behind the glass, and they're like, wow, these samples look great.
Yeah, they're like, oh, they're just jerking off over their samples.
And they don't.
Yeah, unbeknownst to them, there's aliens inside their probe who like they quickly cut it. They like open up the probe, and these aliens come out, and like their first reactions are just like I think the alien touches a guy and he's just like, oh no, get it off me. Like he's not like, holy shit, this is an alien.
Everyone else is just kind of like, oh, like they just all like sit there and just like look at it for a while.
Yeah, like the alien kind of gets up and starts like breaking glass and stuff. Like I think the big alien that's supposed to be like the dad or whatever, he like punches through a window.
No, he doesn't even punch. He like gently touches a window.
Yeah, he like
shatters.
Okay. Also, yeah, these aliens when they touch things, they explode.
Yeah, no, they're like super like. This is the other thing. Like, E.T. is like relatively harmless for the most part. Like these aliens are like super dangerous.
They're like weapons.
Yeah,
I mean,
like no, the government is entirely in the right here to want to contain these freaks.
Yeah, because literally, the big alien, the father, because it's like it's the nuclear family. There's like the mom, the dad alien, the older sister, and then the baby boy. And so this dad alien walks up to the glass right in front of these NASA scientist guys, just touches it, and it like shatters. And they're just like, hey, he broke our stuff. Yeah. They're not like, oh my god, it's an alien. They're just like, hey, you're going to have to pay for that.
So, and during all this, Mac bolts. Mac, like, he has that scene where he's like, woo, and he's like supposed to be running.
Yeah, he gets scared and he just runs away. And then what? Doesn't he like get?
He causes that like huge ass car crash.
Yeah, but doesn't he get like flattened by something?
Oh, yeah. Oh no, he like grabs the electric fence and he's like.
Yeah, he grabs the fence.
That effect where he's like all stretched out and like flying backwards, like that's just disgusting. Like that's just like body horror level disgusting.
This movie like somehow like turns into like a Looney Tunes cartoon really quickly. Like in certain scenes, like and this happens a lot in this particular scene where like first he'll get electrocuted by the fence and then he runs into the street and gets hit by a car and he literally just goes like splat and just flattens on the windshield, and the woman in the car is just like, get this thing off my car. She's just like she seems more inconvenienced than shocked, to be honest.
Yeah, but like that doesn't really happen later in the movie. Like that's like just this scene for the most part.
Well, yeah, basically, yeah.
Like it's like really weird.
Yeah, this movie, it doesn't really know what it's doing in this area.
And like all of these effects just look disgusting.
Yeah, the movie is it's just crappily put together in terms of like whoever did the effects for this.
Yeah, and I'd say it's one of the two major pitfalls. The aliens are disgusting.
Well, two. I think that's being a little generous, don't you think? Well, I think there's many major pitfalls in this movie.
We'll come up on my second pitfall later, and we'll talk about that. So then we're introduced to our main character. He's kind of our main family, I guess.
Yeah, we meet this family. They're driving in a van, and there's like the mom, her son, and her youngest son in a wheelchair. And they're moving for some reason. They don't explain why. They're moving to California in literally and they're moving to the worst neighborhood I've ever seen. Yeah. It's like this movie does its best to make California look like the ugliest place on earth.
California. Like we were talking about this, like California in this movie is like depressing.
Yeah, because California in real life is like built on top of a desert, and it's like it's like the best kept secret in the world that California is actually just a desert, and so like because there's grass and there's trees everywhere and stuff. In this movie, none of that. It's like you're in their neighborhood. There's like it looks like a normal neighborhood. There's like grass. There's like lawns. There's like beautiful lawns. There's like there's like fauna and flora,
but not even, like,
and then literally like you step like 20 feet to the right, and suddenly it like cuts off so abruptly. It's just like you just get on the street, you drive like a little bit past like the last house in the neighborhood, and all of a sudden you're just in like the middle of like Death Valley.
Yeah, it's like the Sahara.
Yeah, all of a sudden you're just you're just riding a camel through the desert and you're dying of heat. It's so weird.
God. Yeah, no, and even like the houses, like just the way they're shot, everything looks so bland and like not at all appealing.
And there's tumbleweeds just rolling through this movie.
There's like tumbleweeds and like dead trees, like.
Yeah, it looks terrible, and also like I'd like to. This is kind of a stupid note, but like the color palette in this movie is really gross.
It's really bad.
Everything's either like shit brown or like a terrible like pastel color. It's really.
It doesn't look like a kids movie at all.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a kids movie. It looks like a made for TV. I mean I guess I'd say
like ABC
it kind of does. Yeah, it looks like a kids thing, but maybe yeah, you're looking at like a made for TV like Nickelodeon thing or just like a terrible kids movie. And so basically they find this alien. He comes home with them, and for a long time no one believes he's real because he just kind of gets into shenanigans around their house. And Eric knows that it's real, but eventually he exposes the alien. And
well, there's a couple more important things.
Well, yeah. First, we should mention the scene where he rolls down the hill.
Yeah.
Like he he sees the alien outside or something, and he's just like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna go chase him."
Yeah.
So he gets in his. Well, he doesn't get in his wheelchair. I guess he's always in his wheelchair.
Right.
And
he's in his wheelchair.
And he starts following this alien down the hill, and like I guess he loses control or something because. At some point, like he's just tumbling down this big hill.
He starts rolling down the hill, and then he like tries to grab the brake, and the brake falls off.
Yeah.
And he just goes and then he falls like 50 feet.
Yeah, he literally tumbles off the side of a cliff, like into like a little like body of water underneath him.
Just look up the wheelchair scene.
Yeah, it's incredible. The way he falls is like so. It looks like they slowed the footage.
Yeah,
didn't they?
No, yeah. He definitely is like.
Yeah, he just kind of like floats down into this water, and it's incredible.
And then, but this is like the big, like, 'cause Mac saves him.
Yeah, Mac saves him, and he's
which, by the way, is the best part, because like this kid like falls into the water, and then Mac's face just like pops up in front of a green screen.
It's horrifying.
And he's just like, because the thing about Mac is he has like these like huge bloated cheeks too, which make him look like he just like doesn't give a fuck
all of the aliens
everything.
Look like they're holding their breath always. It's gross.
And it looks like he just like, ooh, did I do that? Like when his face pops up.
So anyway, at the same time, like the FBI guys are also like looking for the alien, and so they're trying to like hide the alien from these like FBI agents while at the same time like getting into shenanigans and like trying to help Mac like find his family, because right now his family's like lost somewhere else in California, and they're dying from like they're dying from they're like going through withdrawal from their coke addiction.
Lack of coke.
Yeah, from their terrible
like,
coke addiction.
Yeah, the movie just like will randomly cut back to them, and like mind you, they're like within like a 30-minute radius of like or so. Like they're like relatively
they're not
close,
that far away.
But like their shots are like in like the desert with like sand like everywhere, and they're like wearing like makeshift turbans.
Yeah.
Like walking through the desert and like falling over, and they look even grosser now because now their ribs are like exposed.
Yeah, they look terrible.
And like they have like these like huge droops in their eyes. And we didn't even touch in on Debbie, probably the worst actress in the whole movie, Eric's little friend.
Oh, that girl?
Yeah,
that girl's out of control.
She's I say this every time. I've seen Mac and Me probably about 4 times now, and I'm still shocked at how bad at acting Debbie is. She always talks like this.
Yeah, she's very like, everyone in this movie is like literally just overacting, as finely as they can. I mean, people...
Debbie takes it to a whole new level.
Yeah, she goes really far, but I think she kind of sets a tone for this movie.
Yeah, because when we're first introduced to her, she's in like an Indian headdress.
Yeah,
like
she's in
Native
She's in the middle. She's in the middle of some kind of cultural appropriation scenario.
Yeah,
and she's just dressing as an Indian for fun,
Native
I guess.
American. We should say Native American.
Okay, yes, as a Native. She's dressing as a Native American for just shits and giggles.
I guess, yeah. No,
yeah, it's not like she's.
Really
it's not Halloween. It's not. There's not a costume party. She's just sitting on the side of the road selling lemonade or whatever.
Yeah.
Dressed as a Native American.
Why is that appealing? Like she's like, oh, people, what do I need to just put this business over the top? I know, cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
Let me just wear a Native American. So she like she knows Max exists. Like she believes right away.
Yeah. At this point in the movie, all the younger kids are aware of Max's existence.
And at one point, the police are like the police ask her, and she's like, "No, I don't know." And Eric's like, "Yo, what the fuck? Why didn't you tell them Mag exists?" And she's like, "It's no use. You know how adults are."
Yeah, because you know how adults are. They've refused to see reason. Unlike children, who are the most logical people on earth. But so at some point they could just go on. They're like trying to get Mac back to his family because Mac can like communicate with his family telepathically by doing this weird thing with his hands and then like going like. And then
he like whistles.
He like whistles and then he finds his family or whatever. So they know that he's missing them. So they're in a van. So Debbie's older sister, the hot one, Courtney.
She works at McDonald's.
Yeah, Courtney is.
Which you know
Courtney works at McDonald's.
She's always wearing McDonald's.
Yeah, she's always wearing McDonald's uniform, and she gets in there. You know, they get in the van. Courtney, the older brother, Michael,
or Pikel.
Yeah, Michael or Pikel, and then
they do. I swear they call him Pikel at one point in the movie.
And then Eric, they all get in the van together with Mac, and they're just like, all right, we're gonna find your family. So
no. First we have to talk about the McDonald's scene.
Well, I'm gonna get to that. So they're driving around.
That's after though.
Yeah, but isn't that why they get the car? Isn't that why they get in the car in the first place?
No, because first they was going to the birthday party, and that's when Max dressed as the.
Why are they going to that birthday party with Mac?
I don't know. They get.
Why
invited.
Are they doing that?
They get invited.
When does this happen?
This is like way earlier.
Look. I remember that scene very distinctly because it is insane. But
honestly,
I don't remember.
Let's wrap up the plot and then go back and talk.
No, but
about
but this is important to talk about because it's part of the plot summary. Like, I want to know why were they in that?
Because. They're basically going because Pikel wants to hit on Debbie's older sister, and they're invited to the party, and that's when she's like, "Why don't you Debbie has this supposed wisecrack where she's like, "Why don't you order a Big Mac?" And it's like that's just saying something you can order.
So whose birthday is it?
Some kids. It's none of the main characters' birthday.
And who's trying to hit on who?
Pikel's trying to hit on Courtney
because he knows that's the only reason they're there.
Yeah.
They literally crashed a stranger's birthday party?
Yes, basically.
Wow.
But this is after they've caught Mac, and that's when they put him in the teddy bear suit. And then they go to McDonald's.
Okay, so let's talk about how they get to this McDonald's, and literally, just right outside the McDonald's, there's a fucking, dance crew. There's literally a dance battle going on outside this McDonald's, and it's incredible.
And everyone's in sync.
Yeah, everyone's totally synced up. Everyone's doing this wild routine. These people are professionals, and they're also 14-year-old kids. I mean, these are kids who have been dancing since they were 6 years old, and they're damn good at it.
That's just what happens at McDonald's.
Yeah, it's incredible, and it paints this picture of McDonald's that is It's euphoric. I mean, this McDonald's is heaven on earth. It's the really greatest place on earth. You just walk in and there's people hip hop dancing everywhere.
And Max in this ridiculous teddy bear costume.
Yeah, wait, do they put him? Yeah, they put him in that before they go in.
Yeah. And everyone is like, "Wow, what a great new toy."
Yeah, what a great toy. What a great fucking like
moving, living,
a teddy
breathing.
bear that literally is alive. What a great invention.
It's horrible. And like he like does this thing where like his arm like grows out and he like grabs his kid's soda.
He like his arm literally goes like Mr. Fantastic, and he grabs the kid's drink and starts drinking his Coke, and the kid's just like, oh, he took my Coke, but it's okay.
The kid was like has this look, like his eyes like glaze over and he like stares and he's just like he literally is like, they like cut back and then like Debbie like gives him back his soda and they cut back to the kid and he's still just like in this like 1,000
That's because
mile
part
stare.
of Mac's power is that he can fry people's brains with his stare. That kid's never gonna be the same.
That kid's just forever. He's like still in that.
That kid's just been turned into a vegetable.
Oh my god.
But so, and also Ronald McDonald is in this McDonald's just talking to kids. I forget what he's doing. He's just sitting at a table like doing magic tricks or whatever for a kid.
Yeah, and then Mac has that one crazy moment where he like flips that you made us rewatch again.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. Mac does this thing. I can't even explain it.
It doesn't even make sense. Like it doesn't follow any law.
Yeah, he does this flip and he starts like flying through the air. It's really, I think it's green screens.
Well, and again, it's the only time Mac displays this power.
Yeah. Like he has the ability to basically fly, and he only uses it once.
At McDonald's. So he can get onto the counter so he can dance on the counter really awkwardly.
Yeah, it's really weird. Anyway, so the FBI guys break into the McDonald's. They just kick in the door.
And they're not fooled.
Yeah, they're just like, everybody out.
Yeah, they're like, that's not a teddy bear.
They see Mac right away, and they're instantly just like, well, that teddy bear dancing has got it. There's something up with that.
And it's really weird, though, because they're like, yep, that's him. We got him. Like, immediately.
So anyway, they get Mac in the car, and they drive him down to, they find his family, and, so they're with his family. His family's dead. They're lying dead on the ground in a cave. And they're just like, well, what do we do? They're basically these hideous cadavers just like rotting in the desert. And they're like, oh, well, I guess we better cover them or feed them some Coca-Cola. So they're just throwing Coca-Cola in their faces.
Yeah.
And they're just like, I live. They just kind of come back.
And the dad's like really aggressive about it too. He like grabs the Coke and like says,
yeah, he's this is where we
the dad is the antagonist of this movie.
Yeah, he really is. The dad is. I mean, there's not really an antagonist in this movie until the dad comes back. No, the government's barely there. They're like they basically they fool the FBI so easily, and they're constantly eluding them. These 4 children are constantly just escaping the feds.
Let's make it be known, the movie doesn't know that the dad's the antagonist, but we know.
Yeah, the movie, whoever made this movie was not aware who he was the real bad guy.
Yeah, but the dad's, I'm just gonna say, the dad's a dick.
He's like a weird, he's like a deadbeat father. Like, I feel like if him and his family weren't the only 4 people on his whole planet, he probably would have left them a long time ago.
Yeah, no, because he is all about the Coke.
He's obsessed with Coke. He's violent.
Have we actually said that this is Coca-Cola?
Yeah, we mentioned that. No, we mentioned it. We mentioned it.
Okay. I feel like we've referred to it.
Yeah, this is the soda. This is the soda. I think we've definitely covered that in the beginning.
There's straws.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess they could be using the straws with their nose.
You could snort Coke through a straw. You
Maybe,
certainly could. In fact, people do that.
We might not have specified.
Okay, well, anyway, if we didn't already do it, we're doing it now. This is Coca-Cola, mind you, not cocaine. And so anyway, they find his family, and for some reason they take his family to a their plan now is to just be like, well, look, the government can't take these aliens if everyone knows they exist.
Yeah. Debbie's like, we gotta put one on TV. Everyone will love them. Like, no, everyone's gonna be horrified by these fucking abominations.
Yeah, people are gonna be like, get those out of here. They're gross. People are gonna be blow things up with their hands.
People are gonna be like, we support killing these things.
Yeah, and so anyway, they take these aliens to like a supermarket, into like a grocery store, and people see them and are just not fazed whatsoever. Like, they just walk in and people are like, oh, that's a weird looking guy, isn't it? No one cares.
They're like a little taken aback, but no one like flips the fuck out that like aliens exist and are on this like. No one like goes crazy.
Yeah, like
they're just kind of like, ooh.
Like they just walk into the store and everyone's just checking their stuff out at the register. And they're just kind of looking, they're just staring.
Yeah.
No one like screams bloody murder.
Maybe
or
it's
is like, oh my god, this is the find of a century, except for the security guard who pulls his gun out.
Yeah. And then the dad, the fucking antagonist.
Wait, but before
villain.
that, I think the reason the security guard pulls his gun out is because the dad just walks in and just starts fucking throwing things off shelves. He has no respect for anyone's business.
There's like a pyramid of coke that
Yeah.
someone took hours on that.
Yeah, and he just
like fucking doesn't care.
it.
He doesn't care, because he's a bad guy.
He just tears it down like a sandcastle.
He's just not nice. And so security guard, this guy's the dad's causing a commotion. The security guard, does maybe a little bit too soon, but he pulls out the gun, asks him to leave, and dad doesn't fucking listen. Dad keeps walking up, grabs the gun out of the security guard's hand.
Yeah, he just tears the gun out of this man's hand and instantly he knows what to do with it.
Yeah, he's like waving it around correctly.
I feel like this alien's seen a gun many times in his life.
No.
He's probably some kind of drug lord on Mars or whatever.
Maybe that's why they all need coke, because he was addicted to coke, and then it was like in his blood, and like when he gave birth to the kids, like they had the real, because
Are you saying
STDs?
Are you saying the children have some kind of like fetal coke syndrome?
Yeah, that is what I'm saying. He got the mom alien was like a good, like a wholesome mom alien or like female alien. And then he's like, hey, you know that our entire planet's core is coke?
It was the 80s, man.
It was the 80s, and she was so pure and innocent, and then he took her down the wrong path.
And then they made a couple crack babies together.
Yeah, the kids are addicted to coke.
So, anyway, so they get out of the store, and a huge force of police officers show up because the hostage situation is going down at this point.
Yeah, because Pikel is like trying. He's like, no, don't shoot him, and then the police just have to grab Pikel and carry him away.
All the kids get away, and now at this point we just have the family of aliens walking around while the dad is just swinging his gun around at people, just being like, God. Get the fuck away from me, I'll blow your fucking head off.
I'll fucking do it. I'll fucking do it. I need my coke.
And I forget why, but a shootout begins.
Well, because
they're in the parking lot.
No, because Eric's like, I can talk to them, and he starts wheeling forward. And then randomly, I think the police shoot first.
Yeah, someone lets out a shot. I don't know whether it's the alien guy or the police.
It's probably the dad, if we're being honest.
I think it might have been, actually, in hindsight. I don't know, but...
That's not out of character for him.
But anyway, so the shootout basically happens in this parking lot. Both, the alien dad is just blasting away at people, and the police are shooting back and hitting no one.
Yeah, no one
gets shot. But for some reason, the entire, once they're all out of bullets or whatever, the entire grocery store just explodes in the biggest fireball I've ever seen for no reason. I mean, there's like a nuclear reactor meltdown in this grocery store, and there's just like a colossal plume of fire just shoots up into the sky, and no one knows why. Why does that happen?
I don't know.
What
is there like
blew
a
up
tanker in the scene? I didn't notice.
I don't think so. I don't think there was any gas. I think one of the alien dad's bullets just happened to be like magic or something, and it just blew up that whole grocery store.
Or he just did it.
I love how that. Maybe he
just did it with his mind.
Maybe that's one of his powers.
He's just like, fuck this.
Oh my god! Wait, do you think that's what it was?
No, I don't think that's what it actually was intended.
But then, how did it happen?
I don't know.
Because the thing in this movie is that as of and up until this moment, this wasn't one of those movies where the laws of physics said that everything shot by a bullet instantly burst into flames, like a car or any kind of thing that runs on electricity or gas just has to explode into flames. And
unless it's one of their powers.
Yeah, but that hasn't really happened up until this point. And now all of a sudden we just get the greatest example of that ever. A building literally erupts.
Yeah, and everything around it is just in flames.
Anyway, so the explosion is so large that Michael, who's standing maybe a quarter of a mile away, is the sheer force of the explosion stops his heart.
And that's Eric.
Eric, the wheelchair kid.
A wheelchair kid.
Yeah, the explosion literally just puts him on his ass. He dies.
Well, yeah, because he doesn't melt. He doesn't get hit by anything.
Yeah, he literally just
dies.
He literally can't handle what's going on. The emotional distress is enough to kill him.
He just dies.
Anyway, everyone's like, "Holy shit! A child just died." They're all grieving, And then
the mom comes
yeah,
in.
the alien mom's like, wait a minute, I can fix
the
this.
mom comes in, and then the aliens come in.
The alien, the mom is basically an alien mom. She's never there for those kids.
She's an
she
alien
basically
to
doesn't
them.
exist in the whole movie.
No, but then the aliens come through, like through the explosion, like out of the flames,
just walking, just
untouched.
through the flames. These
At this
alien
point,
family.
at this point, as the human race, I'm horrified because they just survived a massive explosion,
and they also caused the massive explosion in a shootout where they were trying to kill people.
Like, this is horrifying. Like, and Debbie's still like, if we get him on TV, like, no.
Yeah, we got him on TV now. Is it so great?
We got him on TV, and it's fucking horrifying. And
look what happened, yeah.
It's the apocalypse. And so, everyone's crying over Eric's body, and the aliens come out, and they're like, we can fix this.
Yeah, an alien mom she gives him like a weird touch or
whatever. They like hold hands.
Yeah, and she brings him back to life.
But
he's still in a wheelchair. So. And I learned later it's because the actor is actually,
which is good.
He actually is in a wheelchair in real life. So I guess that's really I think that's the only reason they didn't do a thing.
Well,
what if what about this? What if they were just like, what if they just put him on like weird stilt things and he was just like, I can walk? No, that'd be
that'd be horrifying.
That'd be terrible.
No, but it just is like, it's like they can bring him back to life, but they just choose not to heal his legs.
Do you think
that's what it comes across?
Do you think there's like some kind of like guild for like disabled actors that they have some kind of rule that's just like you can't cast like a non-disabled person in a role that should be for a disabled person?
The wheelchair kid from Glee wasn't in a wheelchair though.
He wasn't?
No, he wasn't.
Oh.
And there was like outrage for that.
Well, I bet it's because he can sing.
There are people in wheelchairs who can sing, I'm sure.
Yeah, you're right.
No, he was in like a boy band.
Oh, fuck that. Man, fuck Glee. So I'm not going to talk about this much because I think it's a terrible show, and I don't think I have to say that. I think anybody listening to this has the good sense not to watch Glee.
The first half of the first season of Glee isn't horrible.
Oh, get out of here.
Have you ever sat down?
I've seen one episode of Glee, and I was appalled.
Which
I don't even remember. It was so terrible. It was probably really early
I'm not saying it was good. I'm saying it wasn't bad.
I don't understand the appeal of it at all. In fact, I find it offensive.
Well, because at one point it was like very like self-deprecating, and like then it just completely.
So watch fucking Seinfeld. You don't have to watch like.
But it's like, come on, like musical theater kids, like they like to support their own shit.
That show literally paints like the worst picture of what actual high school and musical theater.
Yeah, but it's supposed to like be like pathetic at first.
I think it's terrible.
I'm just saying, like, it's intentional.
No, I mean it's too optimistic.
Not early on.
Anything you can put on TV is too optimistic as far as portraying high school goes.
Oh, yeah,
like
high school. Okay,
with the lives of actual children are like.
But like their high school's like super like anti-gay and like
so
everyone's like a shitty person.
Is there a scene in that show where a gay kid literally gets like the shit beat out of him and like maybe even put in the hospital? Because I'm guessing that shit happens across high schools all over America. So to suggest otherwise...
I know at one point the gay kid gets like physically bullied.
Okay, I don't want to get into... This is not what the show's about.
Glee podcast.
This is not a Glee podcast. This will never be that.
I'm just saying, okay?
Anyway,
but yeah, no, I do agree though. Like they fucked up.
Yeah, but
the wheelchair kid on Glee.
Yeah, so that is pretty bad. But anyway, so after these aliens bring this dead child back to life, what's the next logical step? Well, I guess it would be to make them United States citizens. I think that's where everyone's mind went after the events of that night.
There's they probably did it out of fear.
Yeah, they were
give them what they want.
Yeah, they were just like, could these aliens just touch the ground and blow up the whole planet? Let's not find out. Let's just make them citizens.
And then they just give them a driver's license. The dad just can drive, and he's like at the wheel, like turning it way too much.
Yeah, they put them into some weird clothes that make them look like a weird family. Like they turn the mom into like a weird, gross trophy wife. and and they basically send them on their way, and they just become normal Americans.
Oh, and at the not the inauguration, but at like their citizenship ceremony, they I know at least Pikel gets really handsy with the older sister, the alien older sister. He like picks her up and kisses her like on the mouth.
Oh wow, that is weird.
That's really,
oh yeah, I think I remember that
kiss
part.
they kiss all they keep kissing them, and I'm like,
Yeah,
why
it's
would you
weird.
do that? Like, what if you're gonna get a disease?
Yeah, some kind of like weird
You're gonna
alien
get-
smallpox
you're
that
gonna
wipes
get-
out the whole
You're gonna get
race.
coke dependency.
Yeah. Anyway, so and then we end with a little writing or little message on the screen that reads, "We'll be back,"
Which is ominous, actually.
and they were never back.
They weren't back at all.
For a movie, I mean, it was made in 1988.
It made in 1888.
Yeah, it was made in 1888.
The first
The
movie.
year was 1888, and Mac fever was in full swing.
This would
No.
be- I feel like if you took this back and showed this to people in 1888, they wouldn't be amazed by movies.
No,
They'd be like, this fucking
their
sucks.
minds would be blown. But
No,
they would just
no,
be like, what?
I feel like-
what
I feel
what
like-
hell hath our actions wrought?
Yeah,
you know?
no, I feel like they'd still be like, man, this movie, like, immediately they just turn in, like, internet using, like, 20-year-olds as like, man, this movie sucks.
Yeah.
I don't think we necessarily portrayed just the amount of product placement in this movie. That
Yeah,
it's, like,
this movie is like if you took one of those NASCAR drivers' outfits that they wear that are just basically stapled with stickers for ads, and then just turned that into a movie. That's basically what it's like. But it's only two things.
There's McDonald's, all Coke products.
All
Because
Coke
they drink
products.
Sprite. There's Skittles at one point.
Oh, there
like,
is?
shown directly in frame. Yeah, he's eating Skittles. And then, not to mention, like, just all the other, like, peripheral, like the Chicago Cubs get a lot of shout-outs because they're from Chicago. And, like most things have the brand name, like,
Yeah, and like
directly on it.
today in like major, Hollywood pictures, there's a lot of product placement, and I mean that's not that's no secret to anyone. It's if you watch any any like multi $1,000,000 movie that comes out today, and I guess every movie is like a multi-million-dollar
You can
movie.
you can see a fucking Denny's in the background of like anything.
Yeah, like if you go and watch like an Avengers movie or something, it's just gonna be them just drinking fucking Pepsi and laughing or and
Laugh.
And drinking,
that product placement
their,
for laughter.
Eating their Frito-Lays and wearing their Old Navy t-shirts and shit, and but that's not like essential to the plot. Like it's not like it's not like they
it's
surrounded this whole ad with like characters and we're just like, hey, this movie's really about the product, but we're gonna stage a story around it. This movie is exactly that. This movie is just a movie about Coke that is like loosely glued to some kind of like weird story.
Yeah, because when most movies do product placement, it's like under the guise of realism, but this is not at all.
There's so much product placement in this movie that they got the real Ronald McDonald to play himself.
Ronald McDonald is just cast like in the credits. He's just attributed to Ronald McDonald as himself.
Yeah. So what's his real name?
Well, according to Wikipedia, it's Squire Friedel.
Is that wow? That's cool. Oh my God.
Look at him.
He was born in 1943?
Yeah, from 1985 to 1990.
Wait a minute. This is interesting now. Go back to this dude.
So he's like 44 at the time of this movie. That's an old Ronald McDonald.
Is this guy like a big deal? What is he in right here? He was with Julie Cobb and Tony Roberts in 1977 doing what? He's this guy?
Yeah.
Damn.
We're on his Wikipedia article right now. He's still alive, too.
He attended the University of the Pacific, where he was a member of Phi Sigma Kappa.
Well, here's the thing, like, how does Wikipedia know his wife is Susie from question mark to present?
No one knows when she was born or whether or not she's dead. But, yeah, just says present. Is she alive or is she dead? No, but yeah, her name is Susie.
Jennifer Aniston, apparently, is an extra.
When is Jennifer Aniston in this movie?
Well, she's an uncredited extra.
How was she like not important at all at this point?
I feel like she's probably one of the kids at McDonald's.
Oh my god! What if she's one of the kids dancing?
Do you think she remembers this?
What if she was the stunt double for that bear that Max in?
No, that's Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
Do you think like anyone has ever brought this up to her ever?
No. Well, she's uncredited. How would anyone know she's in this?
Well, Wikipedia knows.
It's not like
apparently.
people just Wikipedia every actor they talk to.
I'm gonna see it.
Actually, they probably do that.
I'm gonna see if anyone has talked to her about being in Mac and Me. There's a video of her appearance. I don't think anyone. I wanted to find like an interview where someone's like, "Hey, you were in my favorite movie, Mac and Me."
I want to find anyone saying that. Just someone being like, "Hey, my favorite movie is Mac and Me."
Like it could be like you walk up to the main character. I want to see what Courtney looks like now too.
My guess is that the kid who. Oh wow, way to make it creepy.
Oh yeah, no, that's weird.
You just said that on air. You're just like,
I was
I just want to see what the girl looks like.
Well, because she's good looking in
she was
1988,
pretty,
right?
She was pretty in 1988.
I want to see.
I'm sure she's a beautiful woman.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure. I want to see what the guy looks like too, if I'm being honest.
You mean the wheelchair kid?
Well, I mean, kind of.
Oh.
He's just super young in this. I wonder if he did anything else. He doesn't have a Wikipedia article.
My guess is that he did not do anything else because he was terrible.
Yeah, he's really bad, actually.
Anyway,
in fact, you can't find a picture of him.
Anyway, so that's the movie.
Yeah. Sorry, we just went on Googling.
Yeah, we kind of went on a tangent there, a rather dull tangent. But any final thoughts about this?
I don't want to think about this.
There's really nothing else to say.
I've seen it too many times now. Like it's fun to watch because it's so bad, but it's not like.
Yeah, I feel like with every other movie we've seen, there's so much to like come back to and kind of get more in depth about. But this movie was so surface level and so shallow. Like there's really nothing else to say. So
that's it, I guess.
So I guess that's all, folks. And you'll hear from us next week. We're gonna be doing Brain Damage, which we actually watched this week, but we're gonna be releasing the episode next week.
Yeah. So
that's a fun one.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now. And we did watch that 80s show for that. A good episode at that. I mean, good, not good episode, but an episode that.
Oh no, I wasn't there for that.
Oh shit. Okay, well then I'll just have to explain that one.
I'll just
it's an episode that just kind of progresses the plot.
Let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks for listening. We hope you have a wonderful week, and we will catch you next week.